and welcome to the Gamers Table. It is Monday, and we're reviewing Kaijudo!
Kaijudo! Sounds
Magic
like a martial arts. Magic for kids.
We have a overview?
An overview? There might be. I think you would have it there. If
okay, then there isn't one.
If it's anywhere.
I know! Watch this!
Syrian, the Unchained!
So Kaijudo, as we said, is Magic the Gathering Light, Magic the Gathering for kids. It's a simplified version of it, and all your monsters have 2,000 power, 8,000 power, raw!
Oh, lots of power!
Which could be knocked down to 2 or 8 because it's the same thing.
9,000. Oh, I would definitely win. It's Magic the Gathering Light. It's good for kids. Gets into the whole terminology of Magic the Gathering. Some basic strategies that you would use in Magic the Gathering. You start the game with your hand. You untap. If people who are familiar with Magic the Gathering know what that means. Then you draw, charge mana. So you got your battle zone and your mana zone. So if Ice Blade would cost 2 to cast, and I'd need 2 mana, and I would have to have a blue mana. So I could put that in the mana zone as a blue mana or a purple mana. And the only rules as far as when you're summoning stuff is you have to have, like, for the 4 purple, you would have to have 4 mana and you would have to have 1 that is purple.
Yeah. Each set comes with one of these mats that shows you where all your stuff goes and gives you the turn order as well. So we're not going to have to worry about remembering it because it's all written down right in front of you.
You summon the stuff in the battle zone, and like Magic the Gathering, you have Summoning Sickness, and like Pokemon, at the end of you attack, and then it's the end of your turn.
See, when he's talking about the zones here, there's the battle zones where you lay your creatures out that will attack. Your mana zone, you tuck this stuff you're going to use as mana, not as creatures. Your shield zone, you draw up 5 cards, and you put them face down there. Once your shields are all gone, you have 1 life, and when they hit you once more time, you're out. And when they attack, they can choose to attack your shield or one of your creatures.
Tapped creatures.
Yes. So the nice thing about the shields is you put these 5 cards down here in your shields. When you draw one up, if it has a shield power, this one, look at that. Shield Blast. Instead of putting the spell into your hand from a broken shield, you may cast it for free. Banish target enemy creature that has blocker. So when your shield is busted, sometimes these cards are activated right away instead of just going into your hand.
This is a collectible card game. In the set we got, each deck came in a box like this. We ended up putting both decks in the same box. But
magnetic closure. It's really spiffy box.
It's a great box, and it's a collectible card game, so you can mix and match whatever colors you want in it. There's boosters available. This particular deck is a purple and blue
versus a red-green.
And they're definitely different.
Not the red-green with duct tape.
This is definitely different flavors. Like the blue and purple have blockers, and the red-green have bigger creatures, more or less. There's definitely a different flavor to both the decks, and you always got the spiffy colored ones.
Yeah. If you're familiar with Magic, you'll recognize a lot of the terms. I mean, creature, obviously you've heard before. Spell. We've got fast attack. So this creature comes in and doesn't have summoning sickness. He can attack right away. That sort of thing. You've heard it all if you've played Magic. If you've never played Magic, but you would like to get your kids or yourself into a simpler combat card game, this is probably going to be something you want to look at because It's like Magic, but it's not as difficult as Magic. It's not as complicated. There's no crazy number of power points. You've got your 5 shields and your 1 hit on top, and that's it. You know, there's no cards that are going to give you
definitely
a
lot
bunch more.
faster.
Yes.
I definitely like the shield zone effect. You get your shields busted, but it also gives you another card in your hand, which more cards equals more possibilities, more strategies opened up to you. You can get more creatures out. You can have more mana in your mana zone. I definitely like the fact that any card can be mana. You don't have to wait for a land card per se. You don't have, or even in Pokemon, you don't have to wait for an energy card. It's sort of like this can either be a creature or it can be a purple mana. It just depends on where you put it. You either put it in the mana zone, or if you can summon it, you put it in the battle zone.
So far in the decks we haven't found any instance, so there is no, the guy's attacking, I interrupt you with a card. It's like, nope, you played your cards, you're going to attack, and you're going to take it. He's attacking, take it. That's your only option, take it.
And the attacking is really unique. Like if you have 5 creatures that you already had out the turn before, you can, okay, I attack with this guy. This guy's attacking your shields. And then the other guy's like, okay, I just lost another shield. Or if he happens to have a creature that can block, he can either choose to block or not. And when you block, you have to tap. At which point, oh, now I can attack that tapped guy and beat him up. So there's definitely some strategy and order in which you do things that would make a difference.
And the combat is really, really simple. I attack you with a 2,000 point creature. You defend, your tapped creature is 1,000 points. He loses. Your creature is a 5,000 point. I lose. Bigger number wins. That's all there is to it. There's no cumulative damage on the creature either. I win or I lose. It's not I've got a 1 but I took 2 damage. Nope, just higher creature wins. Tie, what's tie again?
Both lose. Both gone.
There you go.
Bye. With kids, seeing 1,000, 4,000, 9,000 it seems a lot more powerful than 1, 4, and 9. But it essentially boils down to the same thing because everything is a multiple of 1,000.
Wrapping up for Kaijudo! Theme. It's a creature battling game, summoned, magic-ish. That, I mean, the theme is there. There's a lot of text on the cards. There's a lot of, that's usual for anything Wizards of the Coast does. A lot of really pretty art on the cards. But the theme doesn't really mean all that much. It's a card battle game. The cards could just have numbers and nothing else on them, and it would work pretty much the same except for the special powers. Easy to play, very, very easy to play. You pick this up right away. You'll be doing your card battles right away. And fun to play. If you're in the mood for a card battle game, you don't want to get into the depth of Magic. Maybe you don't want to buy so many booster packs. You just want to buy a couple of the boxes and go at it that way. There you go. I give Kaijudo a 7. Ha!
Well, definitely, this is a good game if you want to get your kids into Magic the Gathering. This is like the first step, like Pokemon, then Kaijudo, then Magic the Gathering. It's definitely a good strategy involved, and it's simple enough that it's easy to grasp fairly quickly. I give Kaijudo a 7.5.
That's it for another episode of the Gamers Table. Tune in next week where we review another game.
That's what they do.
That's Ken. Sort of sounds like, so first there's the weed, and then we get you into some coke, and then we get you into the heroin.
Oh, yes.
I doubt that'll make the episode at all, unfortunately.
That's probably the best part, though.
I know. Oh, maybe it will.
4